Hello, and welcome to this review of Saucony Creek Brewing Company's XReserve Imperial Coffee Stout. This is a craft beer, as it says on the bottle. This was sent to me from Pennsylvania by Kevin. Thank you so much, Kevin. Well, they make different variations of the XReserve year by year. Vanilla porter, all kind of things. Saison, all kind of things. All right, so this is the 2018 version. I think, from what I could discern, and it's 9.5% alcohol. They have 50 international bitterness units. They get coffee from a company called Global Libations, and it's 75% Costa Rican coffee and 25% Sumatran, the island of Sumatra in Indonesia, coffee. They list 0 ingredients on the website aside from the coffee, which is a little bit irritating. Beer Advocate doesn't have it listed, so I can't talk about what they say. Rate Beer's giving it a 95 out of 100, a 49 out of 100 in the style. So overall, they love it. It's a great beer. In the style, it's kind of horrible, with 22 ratings. Untapped saying an 82 out of 100, which to me would be a B minus, but that's Untapped. And with 80 check-ins, only 80 check-ins. And this is the first video review for this beer in the world. It's damp, it's chilly, it's dreary. The sun came out for 10 minutes and the clouds came back. And so a beer like this, 9.5% alcohol from Pennsylvania, would work well, I think. We did used to see the Saucony Creek beers around here from time to time at places like Martin Wine Cellar, or maybe Mathern's, a few other places. Then hadn't seen them in a while. I think I did a number of reviews for their stuff, like Maple Mistress and whatever, but then a lot of our out-of-state craft beers got chased off the shelves by Louisiana craft beers, which sometimes is good, sometimes better, and sometimes not, but that's the way it goes. All right, so here we go. Here in the late morning. Very velvety looking pour, thick, viscous. I like to drink coffee. I like Imperial Porters. Now it's kind of a soap bubble head, beige. The appearance in this bad lighting. But luckily we only get these damp, dreary days around 300. Yeah, it's like 300 days out of the year, so it's not all the time. It's pretty dark brown, like almost black. I do see some, oh yeah, I thought it was bubbles, but nuh-uh. There are little tiny bubble streams, but there's a lot of beige chunks. Yeah, there's chunks throughout this beer. All right. Thanks again, Kevin. Oh yeah, cold pressed coffee, like my friend David was saying when we did a cold pressed coffee review. It's like it's pressed, and he was saying it's so smooth. And he was talking about the Vietnamese coffee in New Orleans East and the Vietnamese bread, the French Viet fusion food, fusion food. Yeah, it's dark coffee, dark, heavily roasted coffee, dark malts, bready dark malts, some cream. Think of a cold coffee with cream, yeah. Yeah, it's smelling really good. Taste. Now, how much does this cost? I have no idea. I really don't know. Probably expensive. Okay, let's see. Dark roasted coffee, cream, almost like a black or chocolate malt, like I was talking about earlier. There's no acrid bitterness, really, no cigarette ash that you get with some of these. It's close to burnt, not quite. They stopped it right at the right time. There's a highway that runs from New Orleans all the way through Pennsylvania, from the bottom through the top to the Canadian border. It's US Highway 11. True story. It runs along the Appalachian Mountains from Birmingham out, well, south of Birmingham, Alabama, all the way up into Canada. So we have a relationship to Pennsylvania. Highway 11. All right. Mouthfeel is not so much Imperial Stout, though. The mouthfeel is light enough. It didn't seem like it was going to be that in the pour, but the mouthfeel is light enough to where you would almost say it's getting into porter more than stout, which is a little confusing. So low medium, which I'm a little shocked about considering the ABV and what you would think about it. The finish is mostly sweet. Strange. I'm trying to find a date, guys. The bottle says 16. But that may not mean much. I don't think this is from 2016, but I think it's the 2018. He gave me some notes, and I read them, but I can't remember. I didn't write. He was giving me his personal impressions of the beers. I could look those up if y'all wanted me to bring that into play with this. No, I don't see any printed date on here, guys. At 9.5 won't matter much. Even if it's old, wouldn't matter. Doesn't taste old, tastes kind of fresh. Yeah, this has got to be that 2018 they're talking about on Untappd. They don't verify that it's 18. You know, the Saucony Creek just says for this year. What year? Yeah. Their website's kind of not too like definitive on dates, like Samuel Adams used to be. They used to say this beer, every beer they'd say was introduced. They kind of got away from that, sadly. How would I score this last taste? I say it's an A-. Let's go with 90 out of 100. It's a little bit strange. Is there off or unpleasant? Are there off or unpleasant flavors associated with this dark beer? No, I wouldn't say that. It's just I thought the body would have I thought it would have a little more body with it, but still, it's 90, 90% good. And I'm not going to say 10% bad. It's just 10% not where I would want it to be, but that's okay. It was sent to me. I didn't buy it anyway. Although most people, of course, would have to buy it. But anyway, yes, that's the end of that. An excellent beer, anyway, from a company that I've been very pleased with for the most part. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to damp, chilly, almost always dreary, but in every other way, except for the litter and the poverty, and the violence. Southeastern Louisiana.